Good afternoon. It's March 31st. The Steel Rangers are continuing on a C2C hike. The little auditor will try to retrace the steps we took about 3 years ago, right about this time. This site is interesting. You see a stump behind that little tree there. Last time we picked off about a half a dozen cans that had been shot, and not exactly sure what that stuff was. It was just a silver can with no label. The sad part, just as you look right across the street, right across this one-lane road, where the cars parked, that's where we picked off all the gun shells. The good news this time around, we did not find any litter in this spot whatsoever. Little auditor and I ended our last hike in this spot about a month ago, and there's been only one can that we've picked up so far on this entire stretch of the road. So hopefully that's good news, people getting the message and at least not depositing additional trash where it's already been picked up once. Let's go see what the rest of the road is bringing for us today. We're doing a little bit of bushwhacking today. We're looking for something very, very special. So here goes a little auditor, very carefully picking his way around. We're quite literally in the middle of nowhere. There is no road, there's no trail. We're looking for something, and what we found here is a mylar balloon. Obviously it's not leftovers somebody's picnic, but this is why, folks, you need to pick them up when you're done partying. Don't let them flop around out in the open. Don't hope that somebody will pick them up, because this is where they're going to be. The little auditor is celebrating, coming off an arduous trail. We were looking for something in the woods. We didn't find it. So we're going to continue. The specific part we didn't find is a waypoint of historical significance. But 3 years ago, the lead auditor and I were here just checking out C2C. And this is where we found, right at the end of this cul-de-sac, in the bushes, we found a pile of tires. We came back a few months later, cleaned it out, and looks like this place has stayed clean ever since. Closer view, this bramble right here is where we fished out 4 tires last time, and it's a lot cleaner this time. There was also a dump site right here that we cleaned out. It looks nice and lovely, and looks like the vegetation has recovered. You can't even tell humans left anything behind.
It has been 2 hours since this video at the post, since the last one. And we went down that road and took very many offshoots, which all eventually led to dead ends.
And we found a few more pieces, even though we cleaned up that cul-de-sac a while back. We found some shot money and some cushions. It looks like, by the looks of all this stuff we collected, it's been there a while. So we missed it last time, which is good news. Means no new things were added to the pile. Signing off for now. We're gonna keep going down the C2C and hopefully find us a nice lunch stump or a log or something. We are starving. There, we found it. Our ginormous stump. The little auditor is clearing off the bramble so we can plop down and have our scrumptious whatever we brought with us. And this is a view all around us. This is a little road that's leading from the main drag, and on the way over here we already picked up 16 gun shells, which is disturbing. And the most disturbing part is we can't find a shooting site so far, but we did find this, probably another half a box worth of ammo. We're gonna walk a little farther down. None of this looks like a good place or a good choice for target shooting. There's nothing here to stop a stray bullet. So this just went from disturbing to really disturbing. This is a place where we picked up about 70 gun shells, which indicates that's where the shooter was standing, and most likely shooting in this direction. The little auditor is standing on top of the stump. At the bottom there's a pile of shot cans and some other junk that we will clean out in a few minutes. The other side is right there, right at the entrance to the road. This is our trophies from the shooting site. This is the other shooting stump. We are right now standing on the road in a direct line of where the shooting would have occurred. Lovely, ain't it? So we found a bunch of shot cans, plastic, and this is what 80 gun shells, 10 gun shells look like. Actually, to be exact, 82. That's what we found at this location. We know this stump was a place of a shooting site too, because we've cleaned it up a few years back. We just didn't know where the bullets came from, and we didn't wander out all the way up there. Now we know. And here's the other C2C sign. The little auditor is digging up the 24th gun shell we've collected on this tiny little stretch. So far we can't tell what it is that we're shooting at and in what direction. And frankly it doesn't matter, because nothing around here looks like a decent, safe target to use. It's not all just work, there is some fun involved. We found it. We really found it. This is the cemetery of the tiny little town called Peak, Oregon. And you can find information about it online. It's fascinating. We've been looking for it for last several trips. We ended up going in a completely wrong direction in the wrong ridge. And then we walked all around this place thinking it couldn't possibly be that easy. But here it is. You are looking at it. It's a very old tradition. When you find a grave site or a place serene like this, you pause and you think. And you have a quick snack before you run off with your daily activities. That's exactly what we're going to do. So here's a classic case of Steel Ranger OCD nightmare. I'm walking on this road just so you can see how insanely steep this little cliff is. There's the road, there's the cliff. And as we are walking, We're walking, we're looking, and it's really dangerous right here. Please back up. And right down there, we see a can right there. Ta-da! Shining in the distance. It's probably, I don't know, 25 feet below. And if it wasn't so steep, it would be already in our bag, but unfortunately it's gonna have to stay down there and most likely find its way in some other waterway. This is Steel Rangers. We just finished another leg of C2C. We covered total 3.5 miles, of which maybe about 2 were C2C, the rest was bushwhacking because we were looking for a special place. The load we see at the bottom is about a quarter of what we actually found. We're gonna have to drive down the road and pick up the rest. At this point we have 40 cans, and that one bag is going to multiply. And this is the last of the load. We do have that board that we found from the dead end, and looks like a pillow or a cushion or something, and another 25 cans worth of stuff. So we're gonna load up and we're going to get out of here before the sun sets completely. Good night, everybody.